It's so nice to be on this side of the jail cell. Just a few things, and those of you that know me know I don't pre-write anything, and I kind of just come up and speak off the cuff because I always want to be my real self and tell you what I'm feeling at the time. So, first of all, I don't feel like I'm leading anything. I feel like my dad, who fought in the wars, and all of these war veterans, you led the way. We're trying to get that back. We're just trying to get what you already fought for. We're trying to get that back. So thank you for saying that I'm leading the way, but maybe leading the way back to where we should be is more like it for me. Secondly, and I always try to learn when I'm in places, and I had, about 48 hours or so by myself to think. I was in my own cell, but there were other ladies that I never came into like physical contact with, but they let us out like 2 hours a day. But they would talk to me through the cell. They didn't know who I was, which was good, until the news came on. But still, I didn't ask what they had done wrong, but I noticed on their walls they had calendars where each day was an X that they would mark off, and some of them in their low 20s had been in there 6, 7, 8 months. And I'm thinking, they're letting out felons. They're letting out like child molesters and murderers. What could this little 20-something-year-old girl, who's the sweetest thing, and I don't know what she did, but what in the world could she have done to be in here so long? Maybe talk back to somebody? Stand up for her rights? I don't know. But my question is, how many people have been treated like that, the way I was treated by Judge Moye, and are in that cell because of something that they did or said, and it wasn't live streamed, so there's nobody checking, nobody wondering. I wonder how many times this happened, So that's something that's going through my mind. And the other thing that goes through my mind is they sit in there 22 hours a day, no visitors, nothing to do except for like read books. And they found out I had the salon, and one of the girls, the young one, she's like, will you give me a job at the salon when I get out? I'm like, yeah, what do you do? She's like, well, I don't know, I guess I could like clean it. And I'm like, wait. Why do we not have people coming in and educating these ladies? Why do we not have people coming in and saying, what would you like to do with your life? I could go in there and teach them cosmetology or makeup. Yeah, I understand we can't give them scissors. I get it. But they're spending all this time in here. They could be coming so much better. Amen. Yes. So that's something else that my mind just works. And so I want to do something about that. Because who cares what they did before? We all get a second chance. Amen. All right. And I'll use what people have been calling white privilege to do that. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. So the other thing I want to talk to you about is Judge Moye. So, vote him out. That's right. Yeah, he does need to go. Amen. So we'll work on that. And I don't know the new candidate coming up, but Jessica Lewis. Miss Jessica Lewis. I don't know this young lady, but I'm pretty sure she won't act like that. So I mean, yeah, so please, we don't want, I mean, yes, that happened to me and I'll get over it, I'm fine, you know, but we don't know what's going on in his courthouse all the time because they're not always live streamed. So we either have to keep an eagle eye on him at all times, or we just get rid of him. So let's do that. So he had a post on one of his social medias. It was a lady that was protesting for her rights to open her business, a blonde white lady, and I guess she had gotten COVID-19 somehow. He wrote on there, "Karma's a bitch." Guess what? It sure is. Come November, it sure is. You don't treat anyone like that. I don't care who you think you are, what Cuban cigars you smoke, what thick steaks you have when there's not even any meat in the grocery stores. You're not better than us. And you got to go. The last thing I want to say is, I can't put into words the gratitude and appreciation that I have for all of you that protested, sent emails, sent letters, screamed at your house. I don't know what, I mean, you're standing here. There's no possible way that I can pay you back for how much that you guys mean to me.
We can't pay you back, though. We can't pay this lady back.
I do know.
We love you.
Thank you. I love you guys too. I do know. I don't know a lot of people that go to jail for 2 days and wake up with $500,000. So, with Ellen calling and stuff, so it's weird. And Lifetime, because we're going to do a no. My dad wants Tom Selleck to play him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But all jokes aside, your money, and most of those were less than $100 donations, adding up to $500,000. So let's just talk about that. I mean, $5 at a time sometimes. We had to shut the GoFundMe down because the Democrats were trying to say I was using it against them in politics.
You can do that if you want to.
So, as I've told you all before, I've never claimed a party. My party is liberty. Amen. My party is rights. And my party is standing behind any person that deserves those, which is all of you, everybody. If you'd like to know what I did with some of the money, which we haven't even really received it yet, it takes a while. I've never done this before. We went to, I had a couple of supporters visit me before I went to jail. You know, when you find out who truly cares about you, when it was a low time. And it was an African-American couple that came, wanted to see what I was doing, and just thanked me personally, and said, "We have your back. Whatever you need from us, we have your back." Y'all, look at the support we're getting from all over. I want you to listen to this gentleman here.
No, we're a barber college. We're a barber college in Duncanville, Oak Cliff, doing this Barber and Beauty Academy. But we're here to support.
We can't hear you, dude. We got 6 foot distance, so we got 6 feet.
Well, doing this Barber and Beauty Academy, we are in Duncanville off 20 and Copper Hill, right next to the biggest beauty supply house in the country, which is Jenny's. But we're here to support Shelley.
So after Senator Cruz came and got his hair cut in the salon, we went to South Dallas and gave his barber school and all of the people working their ass off in there $18,000 to pay for their tuition, for earning their skill, for trying to make something of themselves, for trying to work. So, if you want to know, that was the first step in that. Our second step is finding the young ladies in Laredo that got arrested. It's not for sure yet, but I heard there's a rally coming up, and we'd like to go there and present them with some money. And even if all of their legal fees have been taken care of or whatever, we're going to give them some money to get back on their feet because they have not been working. And thank them for having their face up and looking like criminals when they weren't. Lastly, I want to tell you that because of all your generosity and all of the generosity that is trying to still pour through, we decided to start an organization, a nonprofit. We can't tell you the name yet because we've got to set everything up and it's very close. But I will probably release that Monday or Tuesday to let you guys know. And it's for things like educating these ladies that are locked up, for paying tuition for somebody that's working their ass off but can't afford to do what they need to do, and not just, oh, go to college, because it's still tough to get a job. It's a trade, making them be able to work for themselves and not answer to anybody. So these are the things and my thoughts, and I've only been out of jail like a day and a half, so I'm just trying to, like, everybody's like, what are you doing with all our money? I mean, come on, people, give me a little. It's a lot. We now have security because people are scared of what we might do.
We all know this doesn't end after the businesses are opened, right? Because we got a lot more work to do.
And we've only just begun. Thank you, everyone, for all your support. Please be looking out for the new foundation, and please keep supporting that because it's gonna be very transparent and it's going to do a lot of good. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to feed my kids. There's no unemployment. My business is too new for SBA, and I don't qualify for anything else. And I'm getting hungry, but the kids are eating, and I'm going day by day and not eating because I don't want to take food out of their mouths. And I saw her.
It's your right to support
And I knew, I followed it. I was on this site, and I followed it. And the next day, the armed guards were out here. Yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, do they need stylists? And they were like, yes. And I couldn't wait for any information, so I called up here immediately. And I cut hair until I could afford to get here. And I'm
So this is the reason. This is the reason why and she's just one of millions of people. I mean, it's sad, you guys. And so when people say something like, oh, so you think it's worth someone's life for a haircut? It's not about the freaking haircuts.
That's right.
It's about this.
That's right.
It's about this. And it's essential to her to feed her kids.
That's right.
Try to keep her from doing that. Not here, you won't. Obviously.
nobody was going to stop me, but I found you and I found
I'm so happy you found us. I'm so happy.
I needed it.